I'm going to talk about a book. It's called The Power of Saying No by James Altucher and his co-writer called the Azula Altucher. So this book is basically about non-fiction and self-help. So people nowadays constantly say yes to that, yes to this. But sometimes saying no will help us by getting distracted or getting drained from a word or a sentence. What I like about this book is the author is like speaking directly to me and only me. Other than that, the stories and the situation is very familiar to the realistic and to the real life. So the author shares his real life struggles and lessons to say that saying no is not a negative thing or a problem. Saying no is something that you have to put yourself first than others. Because sometimes not everything you have to say yes. So in my personal opinion, I think to people that have stress or too busy or even let's say having hard time to say no should get this book, because saying no in our generation nowadays is very important to set boundaries. It opened my eyes and set the importance of boundaries in life. I started to say no to things that drain my energy and time because I don't want to do things or to follow things that I don't want to do. So I feel more calmer, more confident, and less overwhelmed after reading this book. So to close this up, to sum this up, I think saying no isn't that selfish. Saying no is something that we want to do. If we don't want to, just say no. But if we want to, just say yes. But sometimes we have to think about ourselves, set ourselves first than others. We have to look on what to say yes and on what to say no. Not everything we have to say yes. Also, saying no is not to push people or to go away from people, but it's for you to choose yourself, to choose your peace, to protect your peace. So I think that's it from me. Bye bye.
Today I'm going to talk about a book called How to Talk to Anyone by Lil Lowndes. It's a non-fiction self-help book that focuses on improving your communication and social skills. The book is made up of 92 small, practical tips that are easy to follow and can help you feel more confident when talking to people, whether in school, work, or even with strangers. Each tip has a catchy name and explains how to use simple body language, eye contact, or phrases to build better connections with others. It's not a very long book, but it's packed with useful advice that you can apply right away. What I really like about this book is how easy the tips are to understand. You don't need to be a naturally outgoing person to follow them. They are made for everyone, even if you're shy or nervous about social situations. One of my favorite techniques is called the flooding smile. The author says not to smile too quickly when you meet someone. Instead, pause for a moment, look at the person's face, and then smile slowly. This makes the smile feel more genuine and warm, and it helps you leave a better first impression. Another interesting tip is called sticky eyes. It means keeping eye contact with someone just a little longer than usual, not in a creepy way, but in a confident and calm way. This shows the other person that you are truly listening and paying attention. It builds trust and respect. There are also a tip called the Big Baby Pivot, which is about turning your whole body toward the person you're talking to. Just like how babies fully face what they are interested in. It's a small body language trick, but it shows that you care about the conversation. Reading this book actually made me more aware of how I act around other people. I realized that I sometimes look away or cross my arms when I'm nervous, and that might make me seem closed off, even if I don't mean to. The book taught me that even small changes like adjusting my posture or smiling differently can make a big difference. It also helped me think about how to start better conversations. For example, instead of asking someone, "What do you do?" you can say, "What keeps you busy these days?" It sounds more casual and friendly, and it opens the door for a better answer. Overall, the book gave me more confidence to talk to people especially in a new situations like meeting someone for the first time or speaking in front of a group, like I'm doing now. To sum it up, How to Talk to Anyone by Lil Lowndes is a really helpful book for anyone who wants to improve their communication skills. It's full of small tips that are easy to try, and even just using one or two of them can make a difference in how people see you and how you connect with others. I would definitely recommend this book to other students, professionals, or anyone who feels a bit unsure about talking to people. It's a simple, practical, and actually fun to read. After all, being a good communicator isn't just about talking. It's about making people feel heard, respected, and comfortable. And this book teaches you exactly how to do that. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Nurul Suzana binti Abdul Samad and my metro number is 3242001851. I am going to talk about a book that really inspired me and I believe it can inspire you too. It calls Start With Why by Simon Sinek. This book is a non-fiction work in the business, self-help, and leadership genre. But honestly, I think it is more than just a book for business people or entrepreneurs. It is a book for anyone who wants to lead, motivate others, and find deeper meaning in what they do, whether in school, work, or life. The main idea behind Start With Why is actually very simple. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Sinek believes that the most successful people and organizations always begin by knowing why they exist, and that is what truly inspires others. One of the most important concepts in this book is something called the Golden Circle. It has 3 parts. First is why. This is your purpose, your cause, or your belief. It is the reason you get out of bed in the morning. Second is how. This is how you bring your why to life, your values, your method, your strength. And number 3 is what. This is what you do, your job, your product, your service, or your result. What is interesting is that most people and companies focus on the what. They start by explaining what they do and maybe how they do it, but they forget to talk about why they do it, and that is a big mistake. Another example is Martin Luther King Jr. He gave the famous I have a dream speech, not I have a plan. People follow him not just because of his ideas, but because he spoke from the heart and shared a vision rooted in why. People believe what he believed. This shows that when leaders start with why, they connect to people on an emotional level, and that kind of connection builds trust, loyalty, and long-lasting relationship. Some of the key themes in the book include purpose and belief, which is understanding your why, give your action more meaning. Second is inspiration versus manipulation, which is true leadership inspires people, while short-term tactics like discount or fear only create temporary result. And the last one is authenticity, which is people follow those who are real and honest about what they believe. Sinek's writing style is very clear, simple, and full of real-world examples. Even if you are not in a business or leadership, you can still enjoy and learn from this book. It doesn't use complicated theories, it uses stories to make the ideas easy to understand. Reading Start With Why made me reflect on my own life. I started thinking, what is my why? What motivates me? Why do I want to succeed or help others? I realized that knowing your why is not just about career choices, it is also about personal growth. It helps you make better decisions, stay motivated, and feel more connected to what you do. I really enjoyed this book because it didn't feel like a lecture. It felt like a conversation with someone who truly wants to help others become better leaders and better people. Would I recommend it? Definitely yes. Whether you are a student, a future teacher, a business owner, or just someone looking for more meaning in life, this book is for you. To end my presentation, I would like to summarize why Start With Why is such an impactful book. It teaches us that success and inspiration don't start with what we do, but with why we do it. When we know our purpose, we communicate more clearly, lead more effectively, and live more meaningfully. So, if you ever feel lost, unmotivated, or unsure about what to do next in life, try asking yourself this simple but powerful question: why? Thank you for listening, and I hope this book inspires you the way it inspires me. Thank you.